I'm 30 and I have never had a boyfriend. Let's talk about it. This topic is it's just so funny to me, I think, because I always tell people, like, I just never knew that this would be that deep, that I would have to explain myself so many times. Are you seeing someone? Do you have kids? Are you married? And I'm like, oh, nowhere near, baby, nowhere near. And once they really like find out, like, I've not had a boyfriend, I'm very like about it. They're also gagged and so shocked. And I'm like, I'm just as confused as they are on why I haven't had a boyfriend. I'm like, why is that so shocking? I'm just going to explain it all in one video so that if anyone ever asks me this question again, I'm literally going to send you the link because let's start from the beginning. There's layers to a situation. And I feel like I have to explain myself before people assume because the assumptions go crazy. So hopefully by the end of this video, you guys will understand why I would rather be single and alone than in I can't even say relationship with half of these people that I see in this day and age. You guys are not in no relationship. I don't know what that is. Even to even slap a title on it, a situationship is crazy. But okay, let's just start from growing up. Growing up, I went to school, high school, college, and I never had a boyfriend through all of that, right? Did I still have crushes on boys? Very much so. I had a lot of crushes on a lot of boys over those years. However, this is so funny to me because I don't even know where to begin because I just feel like this is so regular, it's so normal that I'm like, child, now I gotta explain myself on something that I don't even understand that's wrong. I grew up having a lot of crushes and stuff like that, but I would always just like admire far only because when I was younger, like I said in my previous videos, like I'm African girl, so growing up in an African household, there's some rules and some structure here, right? Having a boyfriend was not even in the question. And I was not a sneaky child. Like, I don't think I can do sneaky. I'm not good at like, I can lie very quickly and stuff like that, and I can come up with very good lies, but it's the effort that it takes to keep up the lie that like stresses me out. And I just basically lived my school years almost as a goody two shoes, basically. Like, no, as a goody two shoes, to be fair. Like, that people always try and assume that maybe no one has shown interest for me to reciprocate, or people that are not attractive have not shown interest. But that's nothing of the sort. Like, they have asked me out and stuff, but I've ended up saying no just because, again, like, I just didn't want to do the whole sneaky thing when I was younger. So, And when you're young, well, I don't know about other people, but when I was young, I wasn't really thinking about that too hard. Like I just kept thinking like boyfriend, oh, that's something I'll get when I'm older. Like, my life consisted of school, home, not really much socializing on the weekends or after school like that anyways, like here and there, but ugh, those boys are raggedy as hell. I think the last boy I had a crush on for real. Hmm. It's so crazy because like I be having crushes on people, but there's levels to having a crush. There's a crush as in like he's just cute, and then there's a crush that's like he's super cute, and I would actually date him. I feel like if I don't know how to explain myself. I feel like everybody else is like he's cute, I'd date him, done. I'm like, no, he's really, really hot, but we would not work well together because I assess like personality, energy, all of that. And I'm just like, I just don't think we'd work out. Like, cute boy though, like, we're two different people from two different worlds. And I just don't think you'd get me. And I remember one time when I was texting this boy, and like in the first couple of hours, I was just like, hey, he is so boring. Like, I told all my friends that I had a crush on him, and now we're over here texting. He's boring as hell. Text that my mom then went on to read anyways. So I was just like, child, did this today. Like, is she gonna be going through her phone? Hell no, God did this tonight. I just didn't have no interest in that, like, at all. I didn't feel like it was something I had to force. And growing up, if you know me, you know that I went to school in Moss Side, and I really liked like One Direction and stuff like that. So half of the people that I was around, they thought I was weird anyways. And everyone had this assumption that I would just like date white boys. Yeah, that's so so this is gonna be a funny episode. Everyone assumed that I liked white boys anyways, which I did like white boys. I kind of still do, but I liked all type of boys. Like I never ever ever in my life just had a preference for like one race or this or that. I've like everybody. Granted, I used to always say that black boys were my number one. Like black men back in the days versus black men today, they're just too different. What I thought a man should be was, I never grew up with like my dad or like with a man that I felt like, oh, this is a man in my face, apart from probably my granddad. I've just never seen everything that people said back in the days actually in a man, like in my face. Oh, men are supposed to be so strong and protectors and this and that and level headed and he's the breadwinner of the family and this. I would like to think I'm already very like a logical person. I feel like I'm very, not to toot my own horn, but like I really think like I'm very like smart and stuff. So in order for a man to be in my life, there's certain things that he would have to get used to. I feel like I like everything. You can't like put me in a box sometimes. And I just knew from like a young age that, hey, I don't think I can just be with just anybody off the bat, because I would try and picture me with like the boys that I would see around my area. Roadmen. What am I gonna conversate about with, like, what were we gonna talk about? I was just like, I'm just gonna live my life. If God wants me to be in a relationship, God will bring someone to me that is like a proper suitor that I can actually take serious. Because all these other people, to me, there's no feelings of like, ooh, like that one, I want that one. No. It's like, okay, this one's cute. This one's this one's not that smart. This one I thought was cute. Then he started to open up his mouth and I'm not impressed. Like I'm just not impressed. But I've always been, I think I'm very, very Capricorn. Not to be that person. Like I am a Capricorn. I feel like we're very like interested in other things like money, business. I like very organized things. I don't like things that are, I don't want to say unpredictable. I would say things that are like a little bit out of my control. And I feel like having a boyfriend is kind of fucking up my brand. The thought of it stresses me out. My main issue is every time I have met like a man, they've always just been, hello, like you're a stranger to me. And I don't want them to feel like a stranger to me. Like even in the beginning, I want you to feel like, okay, like this person has a type of vibe that we're just chatting and chopping it up. The first times that I like meet these people and they're like chatting to me, I'm just like when are you gonna leave? Like why are you even here? Like I don't understand. And maybe this could be my brain, the undiagnosed something, but I genuinely am just like, what do you want? I was going through my old DMs and the way even I am like question mark to the way I talk to some of these men, because that's not a good sign. I need someone who's exciting, someone who I feel like we're vibing, and I think you're like good looking and just attractive. That's very hard to find. I believe that a lot of people that are in relationships, I don't think you like your partners. I don't think you guys are attracted to them maybe physically or maybe on an intellectual level or just on a personality vibe. I don't see chemistry and sparks flying around me. I just see a bunch of goofy shit. So I'm like, why would I want to be in that? One of the earliest relationships I even really remember is my auntie and my uncle like fighting. They used to dead ass come to our houses to fight, and I remember just sitting there in the living room watching them fight, like with such hatred that I'm thinking, why would husband and wife do this to each other? Like, most of my uncles, nothing to envy there in those relationships. I've just never seen a tea relationship. The women before me, I've never seen. Aunties, uncles always want to ask, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a boyfriend? Too pretty to not have a boyfriend. Come on, have a boyfriend. I'm just like, first of all, it's not even about the looks. That's never an issue. Two, you guys always ask about man before you guys ask about money. You guys don't ask me if I've landed this opportunity, got this job, got that. You guys always just want to talk about man. I feel like the more people talk about something that I'm like, it makes me, it's like Dubai chocolate. Everybody want to Dubai chocolate, kanafa. Bitch, get it out of my fucking face. And I like pistachio. And I like kunafa, but I'm not eating no Dubai chocolate. Why? Could you guys just keep talking about it? And I don't think it's that big of a deal. That's how I feel like with men. I'm just like, all of this is nothing gag worthy. If you find me this, I might just start gagging. Personally, I would say I'm a very simple person. When I talk to other people, however, it makes me feel like, am I really that eccentric that people try and like paint me out as I'm like this like weird person? I'm like, am I not very just chill, calm, cool and collected and just vibing with you right now? Like, I don't understand. I just feel like it takes time for me to open up to people. My number one love language, honestly, someone who's gonna come into like my world and then he's gonna have like a curiosity and he's actually gonna try and figure out like me as a person. Because when I like people, whether it's like not even like in a crush wise, like I just like you, I just like having your like company, your presence around me naturally. Like, because I'm not someone who is outwardly like loud about their like appreciation for things, I like to do it more on like a nonchalant type of vibe. So I do really study the people that I'm around. Like, I will ask all types of freaking weird questions, like I don't freaking know, just to gather more intel on the people that I like to surround myself with, just so that I feel like I really know them inside and out. And that's my love language. Like, I really like that. But yeah, I guess my love language is that, just someone who's just gonna come in, study me, really get to know me, but like in a way where I don't even know that he's doing this. Like, what the heck? Like, how you know I like that? How you know I would get that? How do you know I would say that? Because that's just like, I feel like you're actually really getting to know me. And if someone else was to ask you like 50 questions about me without me being there, you would know all the answers and get them right. Like, ugh. But I feel like no one takes the time to really get to know someone. Like, I've had people tell me that they like me, they love me, and all these things, they want to get married. I'm like, you don't even know basic things about me. Like, and that to me makes me feel like, how can you like me to this point of whatever the flip you've got going on? This don't make no sense to me. Like, I think it's just too fast. I feel like a lot of people just go too fast when it comes to this whole relationship, but then that's up to you personally. Like, what you think is fast and what someone else thinks is fast is different to what I think is fast. I just feel like you're a whole stranger, and in this world of sickos and psychopaths, I want to make sure that I'm not with a sicko or a psychopath. The kids of today, they have baddies, but back in the days we had Bad Girls Club. And on Bad Girls Club, there was a lady on there. I think she was called Lyric. Me and my friend at the time, we would just talk, like we would just watch it and we would talk about the show. We were giggling at how, okay, well, I wasn't giggling. My friend was giggling and she was telling me, oh, Lyric kept saying that her body is a temple, her body is a temple. And I remember being so like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, I don't understand. And then like, why are you laughing at that? Like, I don't understand. So I watched it and then I was like, oh, okay. And that stuck in my brain for like till today. Like, I say it all the time. I'm like, my body is a temple. And because I am more on the spiritual side of things, oh baby, I do not play. I think that these unhealed little demon monsters cannot be around me, taking my energy and all sorts, when I have seen what men have done to the nicest of the nice. Oh baby, no. They come in like a Tasmanian devil and ruin and fuck shit up and leave you with a baby that looks like them. I've just seen for myself, like, I'm one of those, I always say, oh, like, women before us have been treated horribly. People in our families, friends of friends, freaking auntie that you're chatting to on the freaking job, the person that you're talking to in the hospital, they've all been there. They all have a freaking story time as to why something that's just a story time about a freaking man. And I'm like, I feel like these days not even these days, just in life, it's more socially acceptable for me to come down and sit down and be like, oh, my man's cheating on me again and I'm gonna take him back and I don't give a fuck, as opposed to me just saying, I think I'd rather just be single. I think I'd rather just be single. That is more crazy than the person that keeps taking back boyfriend over and over and over. And my fuse for all this type of stuff is very short, because I feel like this is choosable. This is optional here. Like, I could either go and have a boyfriend, have stress and arguments every day, or I could just, and do you know what it is with that? Now I'm bothering other people. I'm bothering other people with my issues of, oh, my boyfriend's just done this, and oh, he's done this, and oh, like, we need to go on his Snapchat and see if it's the ridiculous things that I freaking hear from girls, boys, everything is just freaking insane, that I'm just like, I don't want no parts of this. Like, if it's not going to be easy breezy, child, leave me Z. And I'm not one of those people that are like, oh no, like, I have to get burned in order to feel. No, I've just looked at other women's history and I've just been like, okay. So I feel like from a young age, I've already been able to see the signs. And my experiences with just even grown-ass men, they've always just given me like a little bit of like a weird energy and a weird vibe. I'm like, what the heck is wrong with you guys? Imagine me in my teen years. These two white men on an airplane, like, touched my butt. First of all, they were looking at me the whole entire flight. I'm flying on my own. As we was coming off the plane, like, I'm gathering my things, and like one of them just freaking hits me on the freaking ass, and they are giggling and laughing like, shit ain't fucking funny. What the fuck is funny? So that's weird to me within my culture, just hearing like uncles say comments or people just say things like, oh, you would make such a great wife and this and that. Like, all of that never felt good to me. It just felt like prickly pricks on my skin. Like, you're weird. And for me, if I'm not giving you that attention, why are you giving me that attention? Like, you could clearly see in my whole demeanor that I'm like, So I've just not had good experiences with them, honestly. Like, and then people love to be like, well, do you not think that you're into girls? I'm like, baby, sometimes I be thinking that, but I already had this thought in my head, and I was like, no, I just don't think I'm into girls either. I just like having them around because I think they're all funsies and cute and we can have a great time and talk about girly things. But I'm just not attracted to them. Like, I'm not. And then at one point I just thought maybe I'm not attracted to anyone. Like, maybe I'm, como se dice, asexual. I think it's asexual. Because I was like, for such a long time, I am not seeing anybody that's even making me feel like, oh my God. No, I seen one man, and I was like, oh, as fine as he was, I just stopped and looked around at his whole situation, and I was like, and I just think very highly of myself. Like, my body is a temple. I am a temple. Like, what the hell? And like, me as a woman, I'm just like, I really feel like my feminine energy, like, if a masculine person was to come into the mix, they need to be calm masculine, not alpha male dominance telling me what to do. You need to be real calm, and you need to be real level-headed, and he needs to be intelligent, and he needs to be a respectable man, because if I don't respect him, I just don't think that that's going to work out. This lady, she'd ask me, what do you think is more important, respect or love? And I said, girl, respect. Fuck the love. Like, I don't give a fuck about that love. I've seen men cheat on women and then be crying. And I love you, crying, tears in his eyes. No. However, every time I've seen men respect a woman, it's like, okay, he did still want to go cheat. However, he didn't because of the respect he has for her. And then he came and told her, like, maybe a while later, but you see, there's like a little bit of a difference there. So I'm like, if he respects me and I can instill just a tiny bit of fear in him, like, life will all be so good. For example, I'll think to myself, yeah, like, I haven't been in a relationship. Like, that's crazy. Like, I'm such and such age. Like, throughout the years, like, I've never had a boyfriend. Like, what the hell? And then I think about it and I'm like, but like, let's look at the contenders. What am I going to do with someone that I don't think is attractive? I would cheat. I would come back and I would say sorry because I'm going to use and abuse again. So I was like, bro, if I'm thinking like this, what the hell are these little freaking demon hunters? What are they thinking in their head? They ain't got no type of shame, no type of guilt, no type of empathy. Look at what they're doing. Now, if I didn't have no empathy, I would be running rampant on these streets. I would be the future of women. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'd be an issue. So instead of having to even waste and pour my energy and my time into that, I just retracted it all and said, fuck that, I'm gonna do other things that make me happier than sitting around waiting. Oh, waiting. Oh, I want a man so freaking badly that no one else can have peace. Boring. I remember my friend freaking made me a whole Tinder account. Oh, Lord have mercy. To this day, my love, when people talk to me about online dating, someone said, you gotta pay for it. That's when the real... Listen, I'm not doing online shit. Like, it's just not my world. I just don't care. I feel like I shouldn't have to force a relationship. I feel like if it comes, it really does come, and if it don't, it don't. Like, I'm really not that asked. It's me, right? And then here's this person, and like here's me with like my situation, my world, and here's my whole ecosystem, my sisters people, all these people. I'm gonna meet a man who has his ecosystem. He's gonna have his friends. He's going to have his family. He's going to have all these people. What if I get along with him, but then I don't like his friends? Who am I to come into his life and tell him to cut off all his friends? And I know, if he wanted to, he would. Oh, please. Two worlds coming together, even that is another thing. Like, to me, it's so much more than me just liking someone and then him liking me back. Oh, la, 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 whatever. We get freaked out and cracked out in the bed. Like, please. I feel like that's all people want to do. I don't even want to cuss people out right now, but I need him to respect my sisters. I don't have the energy to blindly put into someone just for the sake of having a man in my presence. I'm in a situation like this when I'm like actually talking to someone that is like, they have an interest in me and like they're willing to like, oh, okay, take me out, and but like they're buying food and stuff like that. To me, that is very much shrug shoulders energy. Like, I couldn't give a fuck at that point. So really cutting them off and blocking them is really nothing to me. And I watched Obsession, the movie. Oh, Lord have mercy. I should have never watched that movie, mate. When me and my friend watched that movie, we just watched it all the way to the end, and we both looked at each other and said, yeah, I think I'm good on relationships. Because you'll see people like, it's taken me this much years to decent a man, or this much time to realize that this and that. And I was like, I don't know why you guys ever centered men in the first place. I always thought that there was something here, like they just be saying stupid. They'd be looking so good and then stupid. Two different types of stupid. There's stupid as in like, you're actually just dumb. Like, the things that you say is just like stupid. Like, academically wise, dumb. Worldly stuff, you're also dumb and uneducated in that. Why would I want to be with someone like that? This is the man that I'm going to pick to be the man or the alpha male of the house, and these are the options. God. It's not even about me and him now, anymore. Like, okay, me and him are in love, woo. And then I like we're just having conversations about like life, marriage, kids. Even if he says anything in those categories that are stupid, you're going to have to get cut off, because I'm not wasting any more time. Like, to me, I'm just thinking, why waste any more time with you when I could just get the fuck on? But I do feel like I get along with men, though. I enjoy having them around sometimes. Like, it just depends. If they're, like, pissing me off, then they gotta go. If they're all cutesy and fun, then okay, cool. If we can have good conversations, then, again, cool. Like, I don't mind that. But I just don't think I'm in the places that I'm around, like, people that are, like, my age. I don't like to go clubbing, and when I did used to go clubbing, a man hit on me in the club. Boy, please get out of my face. Like, actually just get out of my face. I went back after the club to like this guy's house. Oh my gosh, just so freaking awkward. Like, it was so awkward that I felt sorry for him, because I was like, bro, I'm used to my awkward ass being awkward, but for you to deal with this is actually kind of insane. And then the fact that, like, if I didn't know me, I wouldn't think that she's awkward. I would just be like, oh, she's living her life, doing her thing. But then when you, like, get me in certain places and the awkward comes out, it's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't even know. I don't know why I'm doing any of this. So could you imagine? I'm sat there like, I don't know what's about to happen, but it's not going to happen. Like, I want to go home. So from his point of view, it's like, why did you even come here? And I'm like, I don't know, I thought we was going to have conversations and just chill. Like, I didn't know that this was going down. Like, why does everything have to lead back to, like, you never just want to have a chill and, like, chop it up and laugh and giggle and, like, I go home. It always has to lead back to something. And I'm like, ugh, I don't like that. I really don't. I just feel like they can't be normal. And I want someone who kind of is going to see me before they even think about those type of things with me. I don't think there's anything wrong with obviously finding the person that you like is, like, attractive in, like, a sexual way, but being sexualized off rip, it's kind of crazy, to be fair. Even after like a couple of conversations, baby, I feel like you're doing too much. Like, I gotta go. Because it just makes me feel like, I don't know. That really just puts me off. Because I feel like that's an afterthought. Not really an afterthought, but it's an afterthought after the beginning part. And people don't even want to cover the beginning part before we get to the boom boom part. Like, boring. And I'm not doing that with you. I'm not letting you inside my body. Oh, my body's a temple. I don't want to soften my personality. I don't want to I'm more independent and strong and opinionated and this and that. And then all of a sudden a man comes in my life and I am just a goofy ass bird. Like, there's nothing more to my life than this man and having his kids and sitting in his house and wearing his ring. Like, ugh. I just don't want my biggest accomplishment to be having a husband and some kids. I feel like that's the easiest thing that you can ever get. Like, I'm not even being funny. Honestly, like, if I were to be married by now and have, like, kids, like, I could do that so freaking easy. I could have a man by tomorrow and I could have a kid by... what's the 9th month? But I don't want it. Like, I just genuinely don't want it because I feel like in those type of situations, who takes the bigger loss? The woman, every single time. Like, she just takes the bigger L in that situation, or the bigger sacrifice is coming from the woman rather than the man. Like, and these prissy little boys that we see today, not my fucking type, baby. I need me a real man. Someone who is smart, intelligent, a critical thinker. Someone who can actually lead and I'll actually feel... I can actually just drop my guard when I'm around this person because I just feel like you are actually a dependable person. Like, I've seen people like this. Like, I've actually seen men like this. So once I realize there are men like that in the world and I shouldn't sit here and be forcing myself to be dating fucking Darren from up the road who's going to piss me the fuck off and have me arguing with Sharon next door for him, I'd rather just wait, chill, live my life, work on myself, and then eventually meet someone who they also have worked on themselves. Because a lot of people, like girls, every day want to be in the healing era, but then as soon as the first demon knocks on your door, you're opening the door. How? That's healing journey over. Like, as long as you deal with this man, we're going to give you another whatever it takes for you to leave him, plus another 5 years on top of that for you to heal from that one too. I remember when I was younger, someone said, oh, like, someone has to be dominant and someone has to be submissive. No, I don't think so. I think life is about push and pull. Like, it's like this, like, ebbs and weaves and ebbs, however they say it. Like, I think it's a flow. Like, sometimes I'm going to dominate him, sometimes he's going to dominate me. Like, it's a back and forth. But if I'm just sat there, like, I got no brain and it's switched off action and he's going to direct everything, I just don't think it's going to work over here. And with me, I'm good. Baby, take your phone. Actually, let me take all that back. Because what if one day my life does revolve around a man? I don't want it to, but maybe he's really, really nice and then it just naturally does. I doubt it. His life better revolve around me. Being single and being alone for so long just makes it harder and harder and harder for people to come and infiltrate the game. Like, for example, if you had probably got into me got into me when I was like 22, okay, I'm easily a bit more like manipulable, whatever, compared to like me now. Like me now, oh, I've got my boundaries all the way together, my brain is all the way together, and you're not gonna come in here, you're not gonna manipulate shit. Cause I'm the type to even make you feel like you're manipulating me just so that I can get the last laugh. Oh, you goofball. But I wouldn't want to do it for a long period of time. Like, when I'm alone, I like to be alone. I couldn't fathom the thought of someone texting me. Like, I've not even opened my eyes and, like, you've already texted me. And, like, as soon as I open my eyes and go to my phone to have a good time and see what the day brings me, and the first thing I see is you messaged me some BS in the morning. Just having someone in my space where my time is supposed to be my time. No matter who I'm in a relationship with in the future, like, my time should always be my time. I'm allowed to have my time. Like, I always tell people, like, even if I get married, I want my own room. And people are like, that's insane. Baby, because you are trying to actually intertwine with another human being. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to coexist with another human being. I want me to be a person and for them to be a person, but the people that we both are just gel very well with each other. Like, anything that we do change about ourselves is maybe just things that we're like, like, I'm encouraging you to do something and you're encouraging me to do something for the benefit of that person, as opposed to like, I like this, so you have to get into this too. I want to go here, so you have to come with me to this place. Like, I don't want that for me, and I don't even want that for them. And I really do love myself. I really do. Like if I was like a separate entity from my own, I would be holding my, like, cradling myself in like a glass like case, like no one can touch. I'd be wearing gloves all the time. So it's just like, when I think of myself so freaking highly, like, why I can't even allow people to come and even treat me badly anymore. Like, it's just gonna happen because once you disrespected me and I felt like, oh, disrespected, I don't even want to, like, I don't want to mend it with you. Like, you just gotta go. The disrespect was already too much. Like, you have that in you, Lord. I'm not gonna stick around to see what more you can do. Because next is hands on me. And hands on me, my biggest fears, I just think, aside from all of that, genuinely is losing who I am as a person because of a man. That petrifies me. Like, petrifies me. And men are so conniving and so evil, and I've only seen ugly little rat rodents do it to like other people. So I'm like, look at it, it's so clear what it's trying to do. Whereas if it was a fine thing doing it to me. And I remember one time I was even like having like a bad friend, and I remember me and my other friend were like looking through like messages of what she had said, and I just felt like, bruh, I do have tended, like, there's something in the brain here that I'm just like, la la la, like, I wouldn't want to be checking up on my man every freaking day. So I'm like, he actually has a lot of room to manipulate me. Like, I'm actually vulnerable, so why would I put myself in a vulnerable position? Oh, I gotta have my guard up when it comes to these. I'd be so mean to men, but then when they're fine, when they're actually like someone that I consider very attractive, oh Lord, the whole demeanor, everything kind of does change a little bit, just a little bit. You soften in your energy a little bit, and like that, in the long term of getting comfortable with someone, for them to come and disrespect me, I'm gonna have to punch him square in the face. Like, someone said to me, you're gonna be very lonely in the future, and how are you gonna, baby, I would not give a fuck. If I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life, like, I'm really not complaining about it. I'll be chilling, living my life. And I'd have a great time too. I'll just put my energy into other things that doesn't revolve around that type of stuff. I can breathe, I can live, I'll make it, I'm sure. I want to wrap this up with, there's really like no advice I could give to other people. You either get it or you don't. But I would never tell a man that I ain't never been in no relationship before, though. I've told men that I didn't really like that much, and then their eyes lit up, and I'm like, ugh, out of my X amount of years of being single, why the fuck do you think I'll drop that for you? Boy, jog on. Like, don't piss me off. Like, I guess my advice would be things like, I just see a lot of girls like ignoring red flags just because they want a boyfriend, or like their self-esteem is so low, and they're like, oh, I would want to build with someone in a relationship, or whatever the case may be. And I'm looking at them like, if I was to tell you my real opinion right now, it's to pour into yourself, because the day you get into a relationship, you are getting taken for a mug, mate. And it's like, people don't want to hear that, but I'm like, you should hear that, because then it saves you the being treated like a mug instead of being told you'll get treated like a mug. Oh no. One day, guys, maybe one day, or no day, we'll see. Only time will tell. Think about it, but when I think about it, I only think about good stuff. So if I'm not gonna get that good stuff, then I'd rather get no stuff at all. I'd rather just do my own stuff. Do you get me? I hope you guys liked that video, and I hope you guys understand now that I'm turning this perspective now back onto you guys. Are you guys proud of the relationships that you guys are in? If the answer is no, girl, free yourself from them shackles and just leave and be single and have a great time. Oh, look at me. 30. No kids. I will see you guys on in the next video while we continue to unpack more of my perspectives on different situations. Man, I'm not looking for no boyfriend. I would like to go on a date though. I think it's cute, might be ugly to you, but I can't be with no one that I think is ugly or I think is just he has to be like